Three, two, one. Broadcasting tape delayed from the Florida Georgia line, right near Jacksonville, Florida, where our special topic today is season tickets to an NFL team. The Sports Economy Show is on. I'm Bill. This is JP. We're here to pump you up. And today's show, as I said, is about season tickets to your favorite NFL team and how much you're going to pay through the nose to watch that team play. How many home games, JP?
At least 8.
No, not if you're a Jacksonville fan, because you only get 7.
Well, season
That's
tickets, though, we actually need to say they actually have 8,
Not
7 plus 2.
two. If you have
Because
two preseason home games, you're paying full price for those games.
that's
And there are
right.
a lot of people that are not happy about that because you're just
No.
going basically to watch a practice,
Right.
And you're
It's basically the NFL sticking it to you.
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Sticking it.
they're sticking it to you, and then we're gonna talk about a little bit about what's called a PSL and how the team's sticking it to you there.
That's really,
That's right. Would you refer to it as the mafia?
that's right.
That's right, it's the mafia. So anyway, I'm gonna start out with Jacksonville, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and how much it costs to have 2 tickets to go watch them play. What is it? It's not a minor league, a UFL game.
Right. That's right.
So Jacksonville. What now?
I don't even know if it's that.
All right, so I looked this up. Jacksonville has a picture of their stadium on there. It looks pretty good. And they have mid-level seats that you can see. They're at section 212, 30-yard line.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's home side, away side, whatever. Anyway, but 2 preseason games, 7 regular season games, and they promote that as 9 games. $4,086 per seat. So with fees and everything, 2 seats is going to cost you $8,500 to watch Jacksonville play Tennessee, Houston, Indianapolis,
Right.
Couple other teams that may roll through there, New England, the Jets, whatever it is.
So I've actually been to Jacksonville for a game.
Yeah.
And we went to go see them play the Broncos. That's my lady's team.
Obviously, it's in the background there.
Yes.
Yes.
But right next to the Steelers.
Yeah, that's right.
That's my team. But essentially, what it boils down to is the crowd was 60% Bronco fans.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And that's the way Jacksonville makes their money. And they're not, they've never been shy about admitting that. They're just like Carolina Panthers. The majority of the time, those teams are bad. And what ends up happening is the visiting teams take over the stadium when they come. And honestly, that's what Jacksonville wants. They just want a packed stadium.
Yeah. Well, any team, that's really all they want.
Right.
But they would rather put a winning team on the field. But we'll take what we can get. If we don't have to spend much money, we'll take it.
Right.
So that's where they're at. Anyway, so I was going to ask you, what team do you have that you would like to discuss?
All right. I'm going to focus on, since you started with a garbage team in the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yes.
I'm going to focus on another team that is completely known for crashing and burning, and that's the Cleveland Browns.
Wait.
Cleveland Browns.
Didn't they go a whole season? Didn't they win? They won 0 games one year.
Ooh. I don't think the Browns did, but they've had some pretty bad seasons.
And there were several times when they've only won 1 game.
Yeah, the Browns have had, well, you know what? Okay, I'm not even going to say that. They've had some bad seasons, but what the Browns have been notorious for is in the season, they always have games where they play well.
Yeah.
And that gives the fans hope. But ultimately, they just are not good. They're not good. You know, they win about 4 or 5 games, and they are competitive in about 2 or 3 other games that they lose. But then the rest of the games, they get whooped. So it's typical. I mean, you know. And then when they actually do have a good team, like they had 4 or 5 years ago when they had Baker Mayfield, they won a playoff game, and then all of a sudden they were like, you know what? I don't know. We're on the right path. Doesn't seem right though. Let's go ahead and pay a guy who is being suspended for a whole year because of hundreds of allegations of him groping massage therapists. First of all, if you have 100 massages in a year, something's not right. NFL player or not, something's not right. Right? And if you're going there seeking sexual advances, that's also not right. Yeah. So they went ahead and signed Deshaun Watson to a fully guaranteed contract. And the only thing that he had done recently was be suspended for coming after over 100 women. So anyway, all that to say, the Cleveland Browns
are your today's dumpster fire.
Right. Average ticket price, season ticket prices for one season ticket is about $2,400, right? Which is not the worst. It's not the worst. But it's really skewed because the lowest ticket available for season tickets goes for $790. And
which is in the top of the end zone. At the very top, you're up there.
Right. You may not even be able to see the field. You're in the stadium.
Well, you can see the field. You can't see any players on it.
That's right. You probably have a better view of the river that goes along there, or the lake.
Lake Erie.
Right outside of
Lake Erie.
Yeah, Lake Erie, and the parking lot outside of the stadium, and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is right down the street. You probably have a better view of that than the field in the stadium for $800. But they do have premier seats, and those go for about $3,300 to $3,500. Not bad.
Not bad. Well, I tell you what, I have been to stadiums, and I have been at the very top. The top. It is not exciting up there. You go up, when you start going down, you're such a steep angle, you feel like, man, if I slip, I'm going way down.
You literally feel like if you did like the Titanic, you know, the rose from the Titanic.
Yeah.
If you did that, you would just fall over, and you probably would fly for the next 10 rows. That's the way you feel when you're in the top of the stadium.
Yeah.
It is
you're up
really,
there.
really.
You're at this angle, like, man, this ain't cool.
Yeah.
For a low price of $790, you can have that seat too.
Right. You know, the only thing it's doing for a Browns fan is allowing them to say, hey, I got season tickets for the Browns. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, ultimately, what I found from doing the research on this topic is if you're a regular Joe and you're making $50,000 to $60,000 a year, you're an idiot if you buy season tickets. You're an idiot. You're either an idiot or you don't have any other bills that you are responsible for. You know?
No.
You're living with your parents at 30, 40 years old, and you don't have any bills. You don't have a mortgage. You don't have to pay any light bills. You don't
That's
have to
funny.
Pay
that is funny.
Because You should not be buying them. You should not.
You're better off just buying you a big TV and a couch, just watching it on TV. Get your YouTube TV and the NFL package.
That's
just
it.
Be happy. There you go.
There you go. Okay. Well, since you started with a bad team, I went to a bad team. I'm going to go to an actual good team. I'm going to go to the Super Bowl champs.
Super Bowl champions.
Philadelphia Eagles. Average season ticket price is actually lower than the Cleveland Browns. Their average price is $21.50 for one ticket. That's not bad.
Not bad. There's a scam there somewhere.
That's exactly right. The starting price for season tickets are around $15.50, and they have a few premier sections. Those can go up to $17,000. So if those are $17,000, that means there must not be many of them. Because
that's one seat.
Yes.
So you're paying $35,000 without fees.
Well,
wow.
they don't put the fees in.
I know. You don't. The fees will be added. You don't know what the fees are, but they will be added.
Yeah. And why don't you? Well, you give us your good team, your next good team, but then I want you to tell everybody listening what the catch is for the season.
All right. Kansas City, my favorite team.
Yeah.
They have on their website, be an STM. What would an STM be? Season ticket member. Contact sales.
What is a season ticket member?
It gets you some amenities. You're a season ticket holder, but they say member because it makes you feel better that you're a member of Chiefs Nation.
Oh,
and there's
season ticket member.
It's just a feel good thing.
Ticket holder.
Yeah, it's just a thing.
But they don't tell you how much it costs?
They give you a form that says contact sales, and it ends there. Tickets are so much money, they don't want to tell you. It's like the siding guy showing up at your house. Hey, just let me in. I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all it's on their website. Season ticket member. Got a couple of happy fans, got Chief stuff from head to toe, whatever. There you go.
You probably call them and you go, yeah, I'm looking to get some seats in the, middle of the stadium, and they're like, well, Mahomes is really good.
Yes.
The team's really good. We just signed Andy Reid for another few years, so we're going to be good for a while.
Patrick Mahomes has only lost 2 playoff games and 3 Super Bowls, or 2 Super Bowls. So he's really good.
How much? Well, we didn't get to another Super Bowl last year.
Where would you like to sit?
Yeah. That's right, man.
That's right.
They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
Yes, they do. Man,
now,
oh man. All right. So now to the catch. I would like to talk about the catch. The first time I'd ever heard about this was Jacksonville. When Jacksonville became a team.
Yeah.
When was this? 94, 5, whatever it was?
Yeah, somewhere around there, yeah.
I heard somebody say that they had to pay so much money for a PSL. So, what's a PSL? So then I looked it up. It's a personal seat license. You have to pay the team a fee per seat, whatever the team decides to charge, because you don't know, to be eligible to buy the seat as a season ticket. So that's the scam. They have what seems to be a reasonable price, like say to watch the Eagles play. Well, was it $4,500 for a season ticket on the 40-yard line, 3/4 of the way up, whatever it is. That's not bad. Maybe I could swing it. Then they stick you with, hey, you're going to pay $800 a seat for this personal seat license. So that's an extra $1,800 a year
Yeah.
on top of that. And that's
Yeah.
probably cheap.
That is.
Yeah.
And okay, well, first of all, it's a scam, right?
Yeah.
It's just another way of, it's just like, when you go to the car dealership and you be like, yeah, I like this car and it's on sale, right? Yeah. Then when you get it to do the final numbers, you're like, what is this, Johnson rod coating? What is that? Oh, yeah, you got to have that. You got to have that. That's, that's going to save
You got to have that.
You don't have that, your car is going to be done for in a couple of years. Well, how much is that? $1,800. Be like, what? Yeah. Like, but you got to have that, buddy.
You got to have it. Yeah.
It's another way of them damn making money off of you. It's another way. And now, I will say this. Most of that money is not just pocketed by the team, right? Most teams use that money for stadium renovations, upgrades, and stuff like that. That's why when you see all these stadiums and they're constantly getting better and better and becoming new experiences, because they've utilized that money that people give them. It's basically free money. Yeah. And they basically use that to do stadium upgrades. I think it became a popular thing for owners that weren't getting a lot of money from the cities that they were, that they were located in. You know, your team, the Rams, it was a big thing.
Yeah.
The St. Louis did not want to fund the Rams, so the Rams were like, okay, well, we're going to leave. We're going to go to LA. And LA basically gave them a lot of money to come back. And then what does LA do after? What do the Rams do after they get to LA? They charge the highest PSL in the world.
In the world. Have you seen that stadium?
Right. Even though they got buku money from the city, from, I'm sure, from the NFL, because if you ever seen, everything for the NFL is based in Los Angeles now. Right.
Fox's studios are in SoFi Stadium.
Right. NFL Network.
NFL Network's in SoFi Stadium.
You know, I mean, everything is based around that stadium now. So it has become the hub for the NFL. And they have, so I'm sure the Rams and the Chargers came after. But the Rams have benefited greatly from other sources, but yet they still continue to charge the PSL. I read that the Rams, they have a lot of celebrities there.
Yeah.
The premier celebrity packages, the PSLs can run about $150,000. So if you have season tickets that are running at about, $9,000 to $10,000.
Yeah.
You go, that's not bad. Right?
That's not bad.
Right.
Except
you got to pay that $150,000, which is basically just like, hey, but not all. Let me also reference, not all of them are like that. It's most teams base it off of where your seats are. You're not charging somebody who's got, middle of the stadium seats.
Yeah, but these folks are sitting in these luxury boxes.
Right. The people that they charge $150,000 are people who look at $150,000 as if
I look at $15.
Right. Like you and I supersizing it.
Yeah.
That's the way they look at $150,000. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's all still a scam. It really is.
Yeah. Because Like I say, when you call up that Kansas City salesperson and say, I would like to have season tickets. And he says, well, young man, let's talk about where you'd like to sit. We can work a deal.
It's just like a car salesman. You come in, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Yeah, that's right.
I know you were looking at that Nissan Sentra, but you know we got this Mercedes on the lot too.
That's
so
right.
let's look at this.
Remember, Kansas City is a Mercedes Cadillac kind of team. Actually, you could say, they're more of a Porsche Lamborghini.
They are. They are. That's right. Any way they can.
And you're going to pay the price to watch that Ferrari.
Yeah, I remember when we were kids, the Washington Redskins had the season ticket holder wait list, and it was incredible. People were.
It wasn't that actually. Back in the early to mid '90s, there was still that's when I heard about the wait list.
Yeah. They've always had the wait list, but like when they had Riggins and Theismann and them, and they were going to Super Bowls, it was like the Redskins were like the team. Like, don't even think you're going to get tickets. Yeah. Don't even think you're going to get tickets. And then when they became available, people treated them like they were gold. They literally did.
All right, well, that's all I got about this topic. So remember, folks, we need $1 gazillion so we can pay that $150,000 personal seat license plates and hang with the stars. And remember, we'll tell you all about it. Like and subscribe so we can get that $1 gazillion from the Google. All right. That's all I got. So see y'all later.
So long, everybody.
Y'all come back now. Here